So I'm not really sure where we go from here because this episode isn't labeled like the rest of the episodes we've had in the what is it called again? I'm losing my mind right now. But when we go in the past, right? The first 4 episodes of where we went to the past. Where's my energy drink? Oh, thank goodness. But we went to the past. We saw Gojo kind of go crazy at the end. I'm guessing mostly because he was at the brink of death and he had that epiphany of finally realizing what reverse curse technique was. And with all that going on, he was able to defeat Fushiguro. And Fushiguro's last words, surprisingly, were warning, not, I wouldn't say warning, but like just telling Gojo like, hey, my son is going to get sold to the Zenins in a couple days. Do what you want with that information. And we know from the future that Megumi is saved from Gojo. Maybe if we're still in the past, maybe we get to see how the Star Vessel is being taken by Tengen, because technically she's dead. But yeah, I want some more Gojo and Geto. But anyways, without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure to put the original content as always. All right, let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and diving. I've said this like every single episode we've seen the intro. Maybe the short coat guy, like if he does die, I wonder if that is what makes Nagamo, right? Leave to be a businessman. Nagamo. What the heck's happening here?
Here we go.
Erasers.
Yeah, that worked
Nice.
well.
Relentless.
What the heck was that?
Auto selection of targets for Jujutsu technique.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very
Well, to be
interesting.
more precise, I've automated what I used to do manually. So now it can discern an object's danger level based on the strength of its cursed energy, its mass, its velocity, and its shape.
I don't know how you automated that, but pretty nice.
The only remaining hurdles are domain expansion and teleportation over long distances.
Satoru had become the strongest.
Suguru, have you lost weight? You okay?
He looks tired.
I'm just fatigued from the heat. I'll be fine.
Yeah, heat, sure.
Did you eat too many somen noodles?
Things were busy that summer.
Gosh, what are those things called? Cascadias? I think this is what bugs.
Masters of the past year probably played a role.
Oh gosh. That landslide.
Size, absorb, over and over.
This from the first episode.
Absorb. No one else understands what cursed spirits taste like. It's like swallowing a dirty rag that's been used to clean up shit and vomit.
Yep, it's exactly like from the first episode.
Exorcise. Absorb. Ever since that day, I've been
Yo.
telling myself,
Sir.
what I witnessed isn't uncommon.
Ooh, your vision's not clear anymore. You don't have a clear sense of what to do or who you're doing it for. Oh, dang, the applause from the religious group is also like static.
Damn monkeys.
That's the first time he used monkeys. 'Cause we know he uses them in the future.
Good work out there. I'm going pretty far away for my mission tomorrow.
Is that so? Bring back a souvenir.
You bet.
Where are you going?
Do you prefer sweet stuff or are you more of a salty guy?
Salty.
Satoru might want some too, so sweet, I guess.
If it was just you, salty?
Do you like being a Jujutsu sorcerer? It's not too hard.
I've never really been the kind of guy who thinks too deeply about things, you know? I like doing something not everybody else can do. And I like working hard.
I'll leave in that.
I guess that's good.
Dang, his eyes. Starting to look like mine.
Are you Geto? I was wondering what type of women you go for.
Brunettes.
I like the type of girls that eat a lot.
Oh?
Hi, Bara.
Respectable.
She's not a bad person. I can tell I'm a great judge of character.
You say that, yet you're sitting next to me.
Foreshadowing?
Well, I'm out of here.
Is that not the
Your
girl that
underclassman? He's cute. I like how candid he
Um,
is.
I think
Found
as
the
a
kid?
sorcerer, he should be more wary of people. So who are you?
Special grade sorcerer Yuki Tsukumo. Does that name ring any bells?
your special grade?
I'm joking. Though it's true that I don't get along with Jujutsu High School's policies.
That's
All
fine,
they're
I guess.
interested in is treating the symptoms of a problem. And I want to do something to treat the cause. Rather than hunting cursed spirits, I want to create a world where they don't get born in the first place.
Toto. She's the one that found Toto, right? When he was a kid?
There are two ways to create a world where cursed spirits aren't born. One, eliminate all cursed energy from mankind. There's already a model case for it.
A model case?
How?
It was done by someone you know well. Toji Zenin. He was the only case in the whole world where that cursed energy dropped down to 0.
Oh, his name's Toji?
He was still able to perceive cursed spirits using his 5 senses.
Yeah.
And cast
Titan.
aside cursed energy. And he actually built up a great resistance to all curses. He was superhuman.
Too bad he's gone.
Shame for losing to him. I wanted to try studying him, but he turned me down. So I'm currently favoring option number 2, making it possible for all of humanity to control their cursed energy.
That's impossible, though.
Cursed spirits aren't born from sorcerers. Compared to non-sorcerers, Jujutsu sorcerers leak extremely little cursed energy. To put it in the most general terms, if all of mankind were Jujutsu sorcerers, curses wouldn't be born.
Is that how
you could solve
Gato
the
gets
problem
his...
by killing all non-sorcerers.
That's how he gets his ideology?
That is a possibility. Theoretically speaking.
Not the
it's
applause.
easiest remedy. Just keep picking non-sorcerers.
I got
and force them to
chills right
become
now.
Sorcerers as a survival strategy. But unfortunately, I'm not crazy enough to do that. Gato, do you hate non-sorcerers?
He does now. Shoot.
I always thought Jujutsu sorcery existed to protect non-sorcerers. But lately, the value of non-sorcerers has been wavering in my mind. A part of me despises non-sorcerers, and a part of me wants to reject those feelings. My
Gosh,
vision
is
for
it the
end of
applause
this
or the rain?
marathon,
Or the
for being
static?
a Jujutsu sorcerer, it's so vague now.
The part of you who despises non-sorcerers, and the part of you who rejects that, are both just possibilities that you're considering right now.
Shoot, he's going towards the exit.
Oh, right, one last thing. You don't need to worry about the star plasma vessel. Either there was already another star plasma vessel ready at the time, or a new star plasma vessel's already been born somewhere.
You just gonna take it out, baby?
It was supposed to be an easy mission, to exterminate a second-grade cursed spirit.
Nanami, you should just rest for now.
What's up? What's wrong with Anami?
Satoru has taken up your mission.
Can't we just let him handle
I was
everything
right.
alone at this
Oh
point?
my goodness gracious. So it was like, it was miscommunicated. It was supposed to be a first grade, but it was only communicated as a second grade?
What is this?
What do you mean, what? These two are responsible for the latest...
Those are the crazy girls. The ones in the movies. The one with the phone and...
I've already exterminated the cause of those incidents.
My granddaughter was nearly killed by two depraved girls as well. That's because she... Shut up, you evil little monster!
Oh, they getting taken out.
Don't make me repeat myself. Suguru killed everyone in the village, and
I heard you the
112.
Suguru's old home was already an empty husk as well. Though from the bloodstains and residuals, he most likely killed his parents.
Like hell he did!
I don't understand what's going on either.
You're gonna try to talk to him?
Hey, need a light?
Satoru?
Hi.
Trolling girls who smoke?
Just testing my luck, I guess.
Well, I'll go ahead and ask. Any chance the charges are fake?
No.
Nope.
Then I'll ask another question. Why?
What are you doing?
To create a world of only Jujutsu sorcerers. I'm not holding out hope that everyone will understand what I'm trying to do.
That sounds pretty childish to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Gojo? I found Gato.
I like how everything else is kind of bland, but he stands out with the crowd.
Suguru, explain yourself. I thought we weren't allowed to kill when there's no point to it.
There is a point, and a cause, and significance too.
Just no one's paying attention.
There's no point in chipping away at something you can't possibly achieve!
You could do it yourself, Satoru, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, you said it.
Yet you would try to convince someone else that it's impossible to do something. I've made my decision. Now it's just a matter of doing the best I can to achieve it. If you want to kill me, then kill me. There would be a point to that.
Dang. Talking about points. Eee! I love Gato.
Why didn't you?
He's such a bad guy, but he's so cool.
Yaga, you think that I'm strong?
Yeah, brazenly so.
Apparently being strong isn't enough. The only ones that I can save are those already waiting to be saved by someone.
I mean, shoot.
I thought the Star Religious group was already dissolved.
It's a different group, but the roots are the same.
Oh, he's gonna take them all
They
out.
claim they bought the space as is.
As long as I can gather curses and money.
Oh, okay. This is how he starts his his own little religion.
They're all there, right?
All the branch directors, all the representatives, and the president.
They're cute, but they turn out to be very crazy in the end.
Test, test. From this moment onward, this organization belongs to me. I'll be changing the name too, so I expect everyone to follow along with me.
Many objected.
Now that just won't do. I know. Now,
Oh.
once again.
Oh my gosh.
Monkeys. You'll obey me now.
You're Megumi Fushiguro, right?
Oh, this is what we see.
What's with that weird
Megumi.
face, you freak?
You just look like him is all. So listen, about your dad. He's from this big shot Jujutsu sorcerer family, the Zenin.
Yeah.
They're such scumbags they make even me sick. Most become aware of their curse techniques around 4 to 6 years old, so it's the perfect timing to sell off a kid.
What a line.
Tsumiki's mother hasn't come home for a while now either.
Megumi's home.
What do you want to do? You want to go to the Zenin?
Do you think my sister will be able to find happiness?
No,
If she can, then...
not at all.
100% no.
Thank
I
you.
can say that with certainty.
They don't really like women.
Leave the rest to me.
Please don't end. 18. This is the present? Maybe?
Hey, Gojo. So even Sensei sleep, huh?
Of course he does. What kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah.
Come on, Gojo. Please don't fall asleep after you summon
Sure.
us.
Eyes down.
What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
What a great first 5 episodes. Like shoot, I don't even know what to say. So, how do I even start this off? I think Gojo, the reason I feel like Gojo never really felt the strain of doing this over and over again, kind of like Gato did, was because Gojo was improving with his power by a lot. And I think his drive to, his ability to improve his power is what kept him striving to be a better Jujutsu sorcerer. Does it make sense? Because with Gato, it's like, I wouldn't say there's a cap or there's a limit to his power, but a lot of what he did over, or what it seems like he did over and over again when he was still studying in Jujutsu High, was the same thing, right? Sucking the curses, eating them, saving the non-cursed, or the civilians, whatever you want to call it. And he kept on doing it over and over again, so it got stale pretty quickly. And plus, since he was on a lot of missions by himself, there wasn't that much outside interference to kind of spice things up. So I think here's one thing I'll say. I love how Jujutsu Kaisen, I love what they did with Gato, to where there wasn't a quick tragic event that made him turn to the dark side. There was a gradual thing that made him get sick and tired of saving the people that are weak and defenseless. And I like to think that throughout this episode, in like specifically, the idea of whether or not there is a point or not to whatever they're doing, it was brought up a lot. So I think he was thinking like there's becoming a point to where fighting these curses becomes, there's no point to fighting these curses because they keep on coming back and back. And at the beginning of this episode, there was a thought of there's never going to be an end to this. Poor guy. I don't even know his name, but I mean, they said his name a couple of times, but I just didn't get through my brain. But I knew he was probably going to go out, mostly because he's the only one that I can think of that has been introduced here that we have not met in the present. And I could believe that this, like him passing, is the reason why Nanami left Jujutsu Kaisen and went to the business side. Now, at this time, Gato is about done with being a Jujutsu sorcerer. Like, he is literally on the edge or on the line between choosing whether or not to stay a Jujutsu sorcerer or try a different path. And this girl shows up, who we've seen when Toto was beating up the high schooler, or was he at grade school and he was beating up the middle schooler? I don't know. He was beating up someone that was definitely a lot older than him, and he met this girl. And apparently she is a special grade sorcerer, and her name is Yuki. So it's gonna be so confusing because we have someone named Yuki, we have someone named Yuji, and we have someone named Yuta. But to be fair, I like to believe Yuji will be labeled as a special grade sorcerer. So that would make each of these people with 4 letters in their names, starting with a Y, going to be special grade sorcerers. But she is a renegade herself, where she doesn't take any missions, though she's special grade. And obviously, I mean, she said it herself that she doesn't really follow in the footsteps of the Jujutsu like rules. So she was already like a free spirit. So, but she gave, I wouldn't say gave Gato a choice, but she basically opened up this idea that Gato will eventually use to start off his path of destruction, which was the idea that the ability for the curses to manifest is predominantly, I think that's the word for it, caused by non-sorcerers. So the everyday people are the people who create most of the curses, if not all of them. And she was saying that the people who can control curses, the Jujutsu sorcerers, give off very little cursed energy. So the fact that curses would exist if it was just Jujutsu sorcerers living on the world is practically none. So her options were 2 options. Either everyone can be like, what's his name, Toji Fujiguro, where everyone's kind of like a heavenly pact where they don't really need the curse in order to survive, or make everyone in the world somehow control their cursed energy. Now, of course, when she said that second plan, Gato had the idea like, oh, well, if we just killed all the non-sorcerers, that way only sorcerers exist, then that would technically take out all the curses. And she agreed, which brings up a massive like I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's one of those things of like, how good are your good intentions? Because Gato, I feel like there's really no way to be on Gato's side when it comes to this, but he does have sort of good intentions in the idea that he wants to permanently get rid of cursed spirits. But in order to do that, you gotta get rid of all the non-sorcerers, which is going against what it means to be a Jujutsu sorcerer in the beginning, or a Jujutsu Kaisen member. So even though his intentions are, I wouldn't say, they sound like good intentions, but you also gotta think like, okay, if you're going to get rid of all the curses, why? Like, why do you want to get rid of all cursed spirits? Obviously, it's not to save all the non-sorcerers, because you have to kill all the non-sorcerers in order to do it. So do you want no cursed spirits because you're tired of getting rid of cursed spirits? Or you just want to save Jujutsu sorcerers? Like, what exactly are you doing? And this is the tipping point, which I'm surprised this is the tipping point. We got a little bit of this in the movie when these 2 girls are grown up, and they kind of go over very quickly of why they follow Gato. But this is pretty cool, of where Gato is looking at these 2 girls who are Jujutsu sorcerers. They're not Jujutsu sorcerers, but they have the ability to become Jujutsu sorcerers. Then you have the people behind him who are non-sorcerers, and you can clearly see the effects the non-sorcerers have in this situation. And this ticks him off, sends him over the edge, and he just completely destroys his whole town while saving the girls, which then puts him on the wanted list to be executed. And I found this talk between them 2 very interesting, in a sense of, I knew Gojo wasn't going to arrest Gato. I knew they just wanted to talk. But Gato basically tells Gojo like, hey, I'm going to try to destroy all the non-sorcerers. I don't remember him explaining why he's doing it, but I just remember, yeah, he just wants to take out all the non-sorcerers. And Gojo was like, that's literally impossible. And Geto was basically like, hey, if I had your powers, then that idea of it being impossible would no longer exist because it would be possible with your powers. So shut up, basically. And Geto basically takes over what's left of the Star Religious group. So this perfectly transitions into the movie where we see him still controlling the Star Religious group, even though he changed the name and stuff like that. And it's a good transition into this, in which he talks to Fushiguro, Megumi, saying like, hey, you should go with me and not go to the Zenins. And the thing that swayed him most was his sister was not going to be happy. Hello? Anyways, his sister was not going to be happy if they went to the Zenin clan. But anyways, that was my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 5. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything more, put a comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.